better over the last few games than he was. Kareem Hunt gets the start in the backfield. Isaiah Pacheco, though, is active, and we'll see a lot of him before the day is done. And they start with Hunt, and he goes nowhere. So right off the bat, the Raiders are equal to that task. And we second down, Adam Butler in on the stop.
Yeah, a big focus for anybody going up against Patrick Mahomes is trying to negate this run game, try to get him behind the sticks. The Chiefs lead the NFL in third down efficiency, so you want to try to get him behind the sticks. Good start there, stopping that run game and Hunt here early.
His first pass of the game, open, making
that. Pass is caught, yes.
Working out of Texas. Their first round draft choice. So Worthy is good there for a first down.
Yep.
At the 40-yard line.
Yeah, condensed formation gives him plenty of room to work to the outside. Raiders drop back in soft coverage. And of course, Patrick Mahomes, as good as there is at seeing that pre to post-snap movement, able to get the rookie involved early here with a nice completion.
14, deep drop, good protection, going deep downfield, and a little too deep for Justin Watson. They have a plethora of wide receivers, even minus Hollywood Brown and even minus Rasheed Rice, who got hurt early on. Worthy, the #1 pick. You got Watson, you got Juju Smith-Schuster, and they picked up DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, good job there. Antonio Pierce decides to play some man coverage there on 1st and 10. Not used to seeing that. Patrick Mahomes used to seeing a lot of shell coverage, meaning a lot of cover two, trying to keep the ball in front of him.
Keep it on the ground over the left side, working his way from 8 to 4. Is Kareem Hunt up to the 44-yard line. Picked up Hunt, who'd been with Cleveland over the past 5 years when Pacheco got hurt. Now Pacheco is back today, and we'll get an opportunity to see him for the first time in 2 months.
It's a very different offense without what he brings, that explosive nature of his running game, of what he can do. And I think it electrifies the offense. We'll eventually get a look at him. These guys, again, lead the entire NFL in third down efficiency. See how they do here.
Yeah, they're on a 3rd down and 8.
He jumped offside.
Under pressure. Throws under pressure. Completes it. Travis Kelce to the 45-yard line. He goes, but there's a flag down. Run of action up front at the inception.
Yeah, he had a free play there. Chase Hunt jumped off to his left. He actually looked over his shoulder to see him, recognized that he had that
Clay Martin is like referee.
His main target for the first down.
Clay Martin, our referee today.
Watch Kelsey's route. I mean, this is vintage Mahomes and Kelce. See, he said, by the way, he jumped there. Now he's just playing backyard football. I mean, that's not even a route. That's just kind of feeling where the opening space is and him and Mahomes being on target.
Now Pacheco. And the crowd responding, gave him a great ovation when he was introduced before the game. And you can hear the cheers resounding for the return of number 10.
He brings such energy, and you can feel it, not just the crowd. He's going to check out, not just the crowd, more importantly, on the field. Teams, again, they play a lot of coverage, meaning they want to keep everything in front of the defense. They don't want to give Mahomes a chance to let these receivers get behind him, and that's where they've missed Pacheco, making defenses pay for that approach.
2nd down and 6. Fake toss. Then a little shovel pass to Kareem Hunt, who's back in there. So Pacheco in for one play. Fractured fibula week 2 against Cincinnati. You know, they've had their share of injuries. Of course, every other team in the league says, oh, excuse us.
Right, exactly. It's good to see him. How about that little wrinkle from Andy Reid? Put Xavier Worthy next to Mahomes and then lines Hunt up in that kind of that H-back spot and gives him that shovel pass.
Naka Pacheco lined up here. In the backfield, takes the handoff. Should have enough. First down.
What explanation was behind the middle linebacker, downhill linebacker. I think he welcomes the challenge, one of the leaders along with Max Crosby on this defense. That was a big collision. Right here, he's going to get downhill and try to keep him short against that diamond formation. Bang, hits him right at the line, and just enough for the first down.
Spillane having an outstanding season. Pacheco is the running back. Play action. Swings it short, incomplete. Second down and 10. Go down to Kaylee.
Guys, I'm told when Isaiah Pacheco arrived at Arrowhead today, he had a fire in his eyes. That made 9 games that he missed after he fractured his right fibula and damaged ligaments in that ankle. He took a titanium plate and 7 screws to stabilize the bone in his lower shin. He returned to practice last week, and Mahomes told us Pacheco wanted to play Sunday, but they held him back because they know how hard he plays.
So here he is, staying in. Second and 10, 4 minutes into the game. Chiefs on the move, deep downfield, one-on-one there, one-handed catch not made by Hopkins.
Interference, yeah.
Interference. Defense number 18. It's a spot foul. Automatic first down.
Again, you're just not used to seeing people challenge Mahomes and his receivers. And I'm sure he's welcoming it. Shows you the confidence the Raiders have in Jones and others to hang out on these islands. He does a pretty good job staying step for step there. He's in phase, but the hands got a little bit involved there. And the fact he's not looking back to find the football probably is what drew the foul.
Almost caught it as well. There's Aiden O'Connell awaiting his turn, but the ball's at the 13-yard line. Quick pass, Kelsey makes the grab. Kelsey to the 7-yard line. Stopped there by Isaiah Polamalu.
Yeah, interesting. They sit back down in this red area where Mahomes is always looking to find his tight ends, of course, Kelsey, but they had really soft coverage, made it simple for Mahomes to abort anybody else and immediately get the ball to Travis Kelsey.
Already run 11 plays. When you win the toss, what do? You defer, and look what happens to you. Got to stop him on the 12th play here on a second down and 4. Mahomes rolling and spinning and twirling, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Hunt. Third down and 4.
Yeah, that's the one area that obviously Mahomes and the Chiefs, the biggest concern they have is giving him enough time. Usually it comes off the edges. Today against Max Crosby, that'll be a great matchup to see if they can protect him, especially in obvious passing situations. That time, it was just a good push in the interior that time.
Ryan is now the back. One of the backs in and out. Former Cincinnati Bengal, played in the Super Bowl against the Rams 3 years ago. Send him in motion. Mahomes fires, and that's tipped and incomplete. Trying to get it to Hopkins. Remember there by Jack Jones, and they'll have to settle for a field goal attempt with a brand new field goal kicker. He's Harrison Butker. Is hurt. Back in a couple of weeks. Schrader kicked last week, but he's hurt now.
Now watch this move right before the snap. You see that inside leverage? He took away the slant. That's just a great play by Jones to right before the snap take 1 or 2 steps inside, almost anticipating that quick slant, and he took that leverage away from Hopkins. He didn't have much of a chance there.
And here's Matthew Wright, just signed him. He'd been with Kansas City before. We saw him on a Thursday night with San Francisco against Seattle. He got hurt in the neck.
Made the field goal, yeah.
At least for a couple of games, and the kick here is good. So they have almost 5 minutes. Take the opening kick.
Okay.
He's been out for 4 weeks, and now he's back because Minshew was out, and he broke his collarbone last week.
I think having him back, honestly, I think it's big. I think this team believes in him. They love his approach, kind of a quiet guy in the building, but shows up, first guy there, works hard. His preparation, I think, has earned the respect of his teammates. The best thing he can do is he's decisive, gets the ball out quickly. They want to try to run the football, been a problem all year, and put him in a spot to get the ball downfield.
Amir Abdullah is the running back. They minus their 2 top running backs, among other things today. Rolling, throwing, caught on the run. And a gain of a few there for Jacoby Myers, who once Devontae Adams has become the #1 receiver.
Yeah, I think when Devontae Adams got traded there in mid-October, it really freed up not just Jacoby Myers to become the top receiver, but also freed up this Raiders team to get the ball to Brock Bowers even more. The rookie tight end out of Georgia, as good a tight end, I think, as you'll see, especially as a young player in the NFL. They move him around. He's going to have a big day today if the Raiders are going to hang around.
Number 89, you saw Antonio Pierce took over last year, mid-season. Got the job on a permanent basis. Working his way as Abdullah up to the 40-yard line. And minus Alexander Madison, Zamir White would be their two top guys. So this is a team, and again, every team in the league has their share of injuries. These guys have had a little bit more.
Yeah, they really have. When you lose your top backs, you fire your offensive coordinator in the middle of the year. And, you have Scott Turner take over. We'll talk more about that. Norv Turner up in the booth with him, his dad. They have to be able to run the ball tonight. Every team wants to run the ball. These guys are dead last in the league. It's got to be a priority tonight to make this Chiefs defense have to respect it.
We're night animals. We think it's tonight. It's actually the middle of the day. I get the point, though. It's a 4-yard gain here. Jacoby Myers. It's so weird calling a game in the day, isn't it?
Call Saturday night games, like Thursday night games. Yeah, it's weird to see the sun out calling the football. There's the Scott Turner. You and I had a chance to spend some time on the field with he and Norv Turner. Great to reminisce with Norv. So many big games he's coached in, so many championship runs. We're talking about his USC teams with John Robinson, of course, Dallas Cowboys with Jimmy Johnson and Troy Aikman. So many great teams he's been a part of over the years.
Yeah, he gave the induction speech for Troy Aikman when Troy got into the Hall of Fame. Nice hole here, but it closes quickly.
Oh, fumble! Oh, he got flagged.
I'm going to say with a flag down, bring it down by contact there as Connor came in. So he got it to the 48-yard line. Clay Martin, we'll hear from him in a moment.
Holding. Offense number 58.
Yeah.
It's the rookie out of Oregon, second-round pick, Jackson Powers Johnson, JPJ.
Maybe happens early, just gets up around the neck of Morton and takes him down. He's a nasty offensive lineman. You saw him play quite a bit in college in Oregon. Now getting an opportunity to play. They got a couple rookies starting today. The right tackle, DJ Glaze, is back.
So second and 16 from the 34-yard line. Four-man rush, flushed out, eyes downfield, throws into some traffic in front of the Chiefs bench, and then Drew Tranquil breaking it up.
This is the defense that's coming in with a bit of a chip on their shoulder over the last 2 weeks against Buffalo and then Carolina. They gave up more points than they probably care to do. Spags, the defensive coordinator, one of the best in the NFL, kind of working through some things on the back end because of some injuries themselves that they've dealt with, and they want to crank the pressure up much more than they have here the last few weeks to get after this quarterback.
They yielded 30 to Buffalo, and a loss yielded 27 to Carolina and won it at the gun last week. Third and 16. Send it out to the sideline. A little short of the first down is Bowers. So it'll be fourth down and 10 as Bowers makes his first grab at 73rd of the season.
The Raiders are just not equipped, especially against this Chiefs defense, to have a holding call, get behind the sticks like that, get into these obvious passing situations against the Chiefs. The pressure they have and the way they can match up in the back end.
A.J. Cole to punt. One of the best in the league. In fact, the numbers prove it. 52.9 is average. Hardman is there. Flag is thrown. The ball will...
Looks like it's going to be a hold against the
go
Chiefs.
out of bounds at the 1-yard line, but there's a penalty marker down. Clay Martin is back.
It's a holding call with the Raiders.
Yeah, where the
young back had a holding call. So a great punt.
Fantastic.
Just talked about how good he is.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 53. Penalty is half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. First down. Timeout.
after this is
defense catch they placed. It's now about sustaining drives. It's about short game, passing game, intermediate passing game, running the football. Last drive they had, 14 plays? And so that's the kind of the new Mahomes offense, because of the way teams typically try to defend them and not give him those home run threats.
Well, they've had 32 drives. Yep. Of 10 or more plays, I guess 33, counting this last one, which was 14 plays leading to a field goal. That's most in the league. So you're looking at that, that's almost 3 long drives per game.
Yeah, and again, it's a credit really to Mahomes and Andy Reid for adjusting from where they were 3 or 4 years ago to how teams now defend them. They've had to become more patient. They've come up with an answer. Initially, it was a little bit of a challenge for them. Now it's what they see every week. So it's what they know. It forces them to be patient. And they go to their running game and that short passing game, and yards after the catch is what now becomes a premium.
Start the drive with a run here, a 2-yard pickup for Kareem Hunt.
What it does, it really shows the relationship between Mahomes, Kelsey, the other tight end, Noah Gray, Juju Smith-Schuster, even D-Hop coming over. Those guys all are a big part of that short and intermediate passing game and finding that soft spot in the zone. And boy, 15 has a way of locating you and getting the ball to you.
Second down and 8. Protection. Making the catch on the move. Travis Kelsey. It's so funny, he's got the other tight end, Noah Gray, who's really come into his own as well. So much of this offense now revolving around these 2 guys.
Watch Diablo, who's a former safety out of college. I mean, nobody can stay with him. I mean, the way he was running that route initially, you're thinking he's going as a shallow cross, and then he puts the foot in the ground, works back the other way, and of course, Mahomes finds him quickly for that first down.
Already 3 catches for Travis on first down. Mahomes, catches made, breaking the tackle here. Juju Smith-Schuster. And the extra yardage enough for a first down.
And right on cue, really, from what we talked about at the outset of this drive, how teams are defending them, and they answered to that. There it is. Cut one throw to Kelsey, yards after the catch. Come back the very next play, get it to Juju Smith-Schuster. Again, quick little throw underneath, yards after the catch for a first down. This is who they are. This is the Chiefs of these last couple years.
Already 6 first downs in the first 10 minutes of the game. Kareem Hunt. Short game here, second and long.
And what that does is it puts even more on the shoulders of the quarterback, because you've got to be able to be consistent with that patient approach. You're going to move the ball down the field, and then it all comes down to what will you do in the red zone when it comes to execution. First time they got down there, they had to settle for a field goal, so that was really a Raiders win on that opening drive, even though they allowed them to have the ball for 14 plays.
Kelsey in the right slot. Mahomes checks it down to number 1, and the number 1 pick, and the flag is down. That's Xavier Worthy.
It's not holding.
In front of the Raider bench. A little bit of taunting there, but a flag thrown as he was on his way to what would have been a first down.
Holding. Defense. That penalty's decline. Result of the play is a first down.
Talking to Marvin Lewis, you and I pregame.
Defense, yeah.
But gives you an idea of what they want to do, try to reroute him at the line of scrimmage, try to jam him to slow him down.
Put Noah Gray in at fullback. Mahomes, straight drop, throws. Here's Kelsey again. And again, another flag.
It's not holding.
Takes the ball to the 39-yard line, but penalties against Kansas City.
Holding. Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. Replay the down.
Trey Smith, you saw Martin looking over the bench to see what Pierce wanted to do with the call.
What a matchup with Crosby. Usually you're used to seeing him on Taylor, the tackle, but Smith kicks out. That is a battle between these two, and eventually he gets outside of him, and Smith goes down, grabs a hold of him, and brings him down.
He makes you play all day, every play, doesn't he?
Yeah. Never comes off the field.
Hates to. First and 20. Holmes. Over the middle. Caught. Who else? Kelsey. His 12th year in the league. It's amazing how open he keeps getting. Game after game.
But out Jenkins, the big interior nose guard, actually works his way around to get into the pocket. And watch how Mahomes just patiently waits for Kelsey. Knows he's got separation right there. Able to block out that 320-pounder that's zeroing in on him and puts it in front of him where he can make a play again after the catch. Beautiful chemistry there between Mahomes and Kelsey.
24 yards, and you got
A false start.
a penalty here coming up against Kansas City for the false start.
5-yard penalty. First down.
So 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Kansas City has dominated the quarter. Told you that Taylor Swift, per usual, is here. Watson, her man, already off to a great start with 4 catches on 5 targets for 56 yards.
You said you bumped into him on the field pregame, right?
Yeah, got
He had the hair going. And
got the haircut, too.
Got the haircut.
That's great.
said he looked even younger.
At a double take. I said, wait a second, you haven't seen you 5 years younger. First and 15. Mahomes. All the way to the end zone and incomplete. That time intended for Noah Gray. Talking about him, the other tight end. You know, Kirk, I'm thinking back to using the 2 tight ends. It reminds me when Bill Belichick had Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. And he kind of changed everything. Ran the offense through those 2 guys about a decade ago.
And with the way Gray's coming on, you're right. I mean, as good as these receivers are becoming around him, Worthy's coming on, Hopkins comes over in the trade, Juju Smith-Schuster, we know what he can do. But with the way Noah Gray's looked, especially these last couple of weeks, it's another great option for them. And you can put Gray in the backfield. You mentioned already, he lined up in fullback.
4 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Mahomes protected well again. Too high, intended there for Xavier Worthy. So 3rd and 15 with 2.5 to go in the quarter.
Now this is a little example. You know, it reminds me of where Rashid Rice was a year ago as a rookie coming out of SMU. This could be a little thing like he works inside, he's got man coverage, just maybe working another yard or 2 deeper on that route. He got pushed to the inside against Jack Jones, who got a little bit physical with him, and that, you know, Mahomes doesn't miss very often. You just wonder with that chemistry that they're continuing to work on if that's an example of Worthy trying to work back outside another couple yards downfield.
Oh, he did. He jumped offside. It's a false start.
This one named Morris, he's the left tackle. They've had a problem on the left side of the line this year. One of the reasons they went out and went to Arizona and got their maybe future left tackle.
Yeah, we'll see with DJ Humphries. Hopefully, once he gets healthy, be able to go. Wanye Morris, there he is right there. Wanye Morris, I think on 3rd down, because of what you mentioned, they've had some issues protecting on that outside. He's just probably trying to get a bit of a head start there, and that time just got out a little bit early.
So 3rd and 20. Almost flushed out. Ever dangerous. Fires, and along the sideline, intended for Watson. But incomplete, out of bounds. 4th down. Now, what do? You got a brand new kicker. You got Wright coming in.
I think they're going to punt him and try to pin him back.
They will. You know, if Butker was out here, now you're talking to 55. Yeah, that's
yep.
Everything's in his range. Matt Ariza will do the kicking. Try to pin him deep. Nose down. Backspin on the ball. Fair catch ball for made at the 8-yard line by DJ Turner. 2:23 left in the first quarter. Kansas City 3, Las Vegas nothing. Remember, this is the team that had Josh Jacobs and let him go. How's he doing?
Doing pretty well.
Yes,
doing pretty well. Yeah, It's funny that to me, one of the great stories in the 2024 season has been the free agents with the running backs. Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry of Baltimore, Josh Jacobs of Green Bay, even Joe Mixon down in Houston. This team cannot run the football. Look at that, fewest, lowest. I mean, it has been a disaster, and that forces you to become one-dimensional when you can't run the football. It puts a lot on that offensive line and the quarterback.
Especially in a game like this, minus your top two guys. Pass is caught. Nice move there. Jacoby Myers. He's been with New England for a number of seasons. A lot of success there. First down.
Yeah, this guy, he is just an undrafted rookie free agent with the Patriots. Hangs there for a few years. Now gets an opportunity in Las Vegas. Good job of possessing that ball first, and then just getting north and south. When you're buried deep inside your own territory, you're just trying to get that first down. Get away from your own goal line. Good throw, good job of getting that catch, and then getting the yards after the catch to be able to get that first.
That's Chris Jones out on the sideline needing some helmet adjustment. Again, working his way. Nice little move there by Abdullah. Center third short. Justin Reed comes up to make the tackle.
And you got to really admire what they're doing. They're going to stick with this running game. Again, dead last in the NFL in rushing. But I think some of that is the style of runs that they had early in the year. Scott Turner and his dad Norm, they're trying to get more downhill, north and south, get the line to get a hat on a hat, and just get your 3 or 4 or 5 yards. That's positive gain there on 1st and 10 running the football.
Nice little father and son combination for the Hawks.
Yeah, cool story.
2nd and 4 from the 27-yard line. Keep it on the ground. Looking for room. Looking there. Stop. 3rd down. Another stop on McDuffie, and that should take us to the end of the first quarter on this Black Friday. Meanwhile, Nick Bolton is down. One of the defensive stalwarts for the Kansas City Chiefs, so they will.
That is the other quarter, number 1.
And your offense has only had the ball for 9 plays. How do you want to attack the Chiefs defense?
Yeah, no, we got to keep moving the chains. We got a good opportunity here after the quarter, 33 to keep moving the ball. We're moving the ball. We're getting some positive plays. We can't have penalties. Penalties really been a big issue in the first quarter. Thank you.
And right on cue. How's that? Need some big plays? O'Connell to Jacoby Myers all the way downfield. Check this one out. Gain of 43.
And that little movement right there, I think, affects the communication, because this is a bust right here. This is Johnson, who's still kind of feeling his way. He thinks he's got safety support behind him, but Connor's manned up on the inside. Great job here by O'Connell recognizing that, getting the ball out over top to Myers for a big gain here.
Raiders from the 29. O'Connell. Last time. Throws into traffic, and somehow, someway, he comes up with that one. Does Jacoby Myers.
This is a risk throwing this football. This shows you how much trust he has in Myers. But what happens here is Trent McDuffie was very good in this slot spot. He's inside where he's normally dominant. Watch how he never finds the football. Good job at the line of scrimmage, a little inside move. Ball's already in the air. By the time McDuffie looks for it, Myers had adjusted back to the inside on an underthrown football.
So 43 followed by 24. Back-to-back to Jacoby Myers, who split to the left on 1st and goal. Listen.
A false start.
False start. Offense number 89. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Tight end Brock Bowers.
We came in expecting to call his name a bunch today. We just even said for them to hang around in this game, 89 is going to have to get his hands on the ball. And instead, it's Jacoby Myers making plays here, especially in this drive.
The way Mahomes always has that kind of impassive look on the side. Okay.
All right, just give me the ball back.
I'll get out there. We'll get out there. 1st and goal. Play action. Rolling. Throwing. Caught. To the 4-yard line goes Brock Bowers. Tranquil stops him there. 2nd down and goal.
Good job of again, trying to move him around. That time lined up on the left side. Gets lost a little bit there in coverage off the play action look. Love the aggressive call there by Scott Turner on first and, well, with a penalty first and 15.
So Bolton shaken up at the end of the first quarter. He's back in there. John started at their own 8-yard line. Second down and goal. The Bowers into the slot to the right. They clock it 1. Keep it on the ground. Into a brick wall. Goes Abdullah. Third and goal. Antonio Pierce during the week goes, hey, it's the worst team in football against the best. Have some fun.
What the heck? It sure helps when your quarterback can make a few throws. That's been a difference. Getting a quarterback that can get the ball downfield and be decisive, not back there holding on to it. Powers is going to be out to his right.
Myers wide left. Connell in the pocket. Breaks away. Down he goes at the 9-yard line. Chased down by Chris Jones. Hadn't mentioned his name until now, but sooner or later, here comes 95.
Matter of time, especially on these third down situations, to get matched up against a rookie. But this is really as much about coverage as it is anything. That and a relentless approach by 95. I think he's looking initially to Brock Bowers to the right. Now he steps up. This is not his game. Creating and getting away from a pass rush is not what Aiden O'Connell is known for, and Jones brings him down.
Daniel Carlson for the 27-yard field goal attempt. Kick is good to tie.
Made a successful field goal.
And, you know, you talk about a marriage made in heaven. He and Andy Reid and the way this organization is run doesn't get any better.
No.
So Carlson ready to kick off. Game tied 3-3. 4 minutes into the second quarter. Hartman and P. Ryan are back for Kansas City. From the 1. Hardman. Up to the 23-yard line. You know, when a guy is that good, I mean, you know, fans go, oh, you know, the announcers are always in love with him and the whole thing, you know, through the years, Favre
What are you gonna say?
Rodgers and Brady, but I don't know, with this guy, you know, it's always a lot of fun. We were talking to him last week, the 33-yard run against Carolina. He's thinking on the way to his 33-yard run, if I have Butker, I don't have to get past the 50, but with the other guy kicking last week, I had to get deeper into Carolina territory. And Milos stuffed in the backfield here. Is Max Crosby taking a hold of Isaiah Pacheco?
I think it's the humility, the passion, the competitive spirit, and he and Andy Reid just being connected in a way where they're continuing to just, yeah, they have a system, but it just feels like they're constantly tweaking, constantly coming up with a new wrinkle. It makes it more fun, I think, for the offense around him. I just think the humility, though, how he gets a new player in, wants to work with him, wants to get better. And, you know, like all the great ones, that competitive fire is what separates him from the rest.
Second and 15, checks it down here, catch is made. Short game for Pacheco. Third down.
This Raiders defense, as we're talking about a lot of different things, this is about exactly how Antonio Pierce envisioned it. This is what he talked about. This is what he thought about. We talked about in the open how do they hang around, and they got to come in with an attitude. They got to come in with a belief, and they got to get Mahomes behind the sticks. And they've done that, and they've done a great job even when they have given up some yards. They've done their job in the red zone.
Third and 10 here. Mahomes is going to get sacked at the 15-yard line. We talked about it. You win on defense. It's Clavon Jason. You know, you're talking about last year with how they win the game. They won the 2 defensive touchdowns.
That's exactly right. And we keep talking about it. This is the issue for the Chiefs, not just today, but all year. Chase Young with great hands there. He uses hands to just get away from the tackle, Morris, who continues to struggle on that blind side. Look how quick he got off of the left tackle and around him, and Mahomes never had a chance to get away from that pressure.
So the Chiefs forced the punt. 36-yard line. DJ Turner coming to the near side, trying to get around the corner. It gets popped at the 45. So 3-3 with 8:55 left.
For this game.
That would motivate me.
No doubt. Heard all week about
Number 77 is in
how many great meals she can make. We have to set up a little bit of free time next time we do the Chiefs.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
How about the job Avery Connell's done? I mean, the Raiders are not like a 3-point, but from where this offense has been in this environment,
Fractured thumb appears to be no issue. It's only a second incompletion. Trying to hit Bowers there. Second and 10. He's right now, as you look at O'Connell, 99 yards.
he had to come. It took him out after week 7. Minshew back in, but just watching him in pregame, watching him here, I don't even think it's on his mind. I think he's playing with confidence. I think he's focused in on the Chiefs and the coverage and distributing his football.
Into the backfield comes one Sincere McCormick, rookie out of Texas San Antonio. O'Connell, Chase, look out from behind, gets it away, coming back to make the grab here is Brock Bowers. So he comes back. Meanwhile, Justin Reed was chasing O'Connell, got it away, and picks up a few yards here.
Yeah, they blitzed from his blind side, and now you got a matchup that you like to see. The problem is there was so much pressure, he couldn't get much on it, so it brought the rookie back, but a great adjustment by Bowers to get back to that football, and now they got a shot here on 3rd and very short.
Gain of 9 there, 3rd down and 1. On the Chiefs side of the 50. Bowers had him in motion. Tackled there by Joshua Williams. First down, Raiders.
Yeah, this kid's a freak. By the way, this is what he looked like as a true freshman when he showed up at Georgia. And this is a lot of the plays that he ran. I mean, he would even run that jet sweep. Usually that's a receiver play. But this guy at 6'4", 235 pounds, he's athletic, he's explosive, he's aggressive, goes airborne. Josh Williams, wondering where he went up and over for the first down.
Raiders have outgained the Chiefs by 22 yards to this point. McCormick. Sincere McCormick to the 37-yard line. Rookie free agent.
Like the look of this guy, and he run. I mean, he just shook off Nick Bolton. You're talking about who's back in the lineup. You're talking about one of the better middle linebackers in the NFL. And here's a guy that's just trying to make a name for himself, just trying to get any carries at all. You mentioned him. He's a practice squad guy, essentially, throughout his last couple of years. Last week, he gets brought up, 5 carries, 33 yards, raised enough eyebrows that they're determined to get his hands on the football again today.
Any running back in a storm for these guys right now. Fake to him, look out, pressure. Has to dump it away. That time, Karlaftis came flying through him. Jones is trying to plead the case that it should be grounding. For the moment, there's no flag, but there is a conversation.
Yeah, I think there's a tight end. Michael Meyer was right there.
That's got to be an intentional grounding.
He was right there. There's a tight end right here, Michael Meyer. He's blocking. Looks like a lineman, but he throws it right at his feet.
Ineligible player downfield.
Oh, that's a little bit.
Yes.
Does a good job of being able to apply that pressure with the screen. Never had much of a chance. It was on the right guard, Barham. And these guys are just trying to run a screen. They're not expecting that pressure to get to the quarterback that quickly. They, of course, have no idea. They're running the play forward. give an asterisk and a mark there to Loftus for causing that.
So second down and 8 after the penalty. On the ground again. 38-yard line. Nick Bolton makes the tackle on McCormick. Third down.
And a big part of running the football is not just, hey, we want to take the pressure off of our protection and our offensive line. It's keeping him on the sideline. I mean, this is, again, they're dead last in the NFL in running the football. And with a new coordinator, they're trying to run downhill. They're not trying to run wide outside zone. They're trying to run north and south downhill. And it's been effective enough. And again, more importantly, here they are 3rd and 4.
Their team averaging only 75 yards per game. They have 29 on 8 carries. Connell hanging in the pocket, fires over and nearly
Nearly intercepted.
Bolton was right there at the 30 to break it up, 4th down.
We just talked about Bolton. This is fantastic. One of the more intelligent middle linebackers. Watch his head the entire time with these crossers. Mesh route, he's looking left, he's looking right. Everything's in front of him. It's still the awareness to read the quarterback's eyes and get airborne to knock that football away. Otherwise, that's a first down. That's a big-time play by Bolton.
56 yards for Carlson. A.J. Cole to spot it. And Carlson, one of the best in the league.
Yes, yes.
So Kansas City will take over near midfield. Silver's first 60-some-odd games, had 4 in the last 2 games.
They've done a good job of learning from the best in Travis Kelce. We were just talking about Crosby. He's out in coverage. So instead of rushing the quarterback, the big fella right in the middle kind of playing an off-ball linebacker, reading the eyes of Mahomes and gets fooled completely in space.
Hey, run! From the 27 after a gain of 27. Mahomes on the move, slides to a stop. And meanwhile, the crowd wants a flag because you have Zach Carter coming in there, but no flag.
And they're doing an interesting job with this defense. That time they dropped the defensive lineman instead of Crosby. Now you're seeing Tyree Wilson drop. So a lot of different looks, trying to confuse. Just a little push there. You see Mahomes lifted his hands. And of course, it's Crosby involved. Anytime he's always trying to send messages. At least Morris responded by pushing him off.
That's how the crowd responds too when they take a look. Always looks worse on the big board.
And if anybody breathes on Mahomes, this crowd's
Second and 10. Mahomes gets that one in, it's knocked down. Down there by Ba'ulu. Jonah Ba'ulu. 3rd down and 10.
They are trying to come up with change-ups. You know, how do you defend Mahomes, right? I mean, what can you do? The guy has seen everything. Everybody usually drops coverage, but how do you drop coverage? So any kind of little different wrinkle you can give him, and right now Patrick Graham, that's what he's trying to do. Mixing up looks, trying to make him be patient, trying to confuse him with some of the movement they have on that defensive line. Who's dropping into coverage?
The ball is flipped from Kelce back to P-Ryan. That didn't take long. Kelce catches it, almost in one move, is able to lateral the ball to P-Ryan.
Yeah, and it's almost a no-look. Don't forget, he was a quarterback, and that's a no-look. That's just a feel. That's something you mess around with in practice, and it gets so comfortable that all of a sudden you're able to unveil that and do it in a game. Not that high a risk at all. That ball is pitched perfectly to P-Ryan, and he got the first down yardage after that pitch.
From the 12. On the ground. Picking up about 4 or 5. You're so right. You see the guys are fooling around, screwing around in practice, and all of a sudden, hey, you know what? We can pull this off in a game.
Man, it is just... It's one thing to do it, but do you have to look that smooth when you do it? I mean, No look. Oh, man. And his biggest fan, I think, is probably a fan of that play. First down. They did the same thing back November 4th against the Bucs on a Monday Night Football game.
Right. 2nd and 6, 3 minutes to the half. Ball throws. It's caught and then going to his knees at that spot is Kelsey. For Travis Kelsey, already is a total of 6 catches. He had 10 catches in their first game earlier in the season when the Chiefs won 27-20.
Yeah, and this is that red zone area we talked about. The Chiefs are going to move the ball. People are going to sit back, make them execute down in the red zone. This Raiders team, I mean, at 2:30 to go in the first half, so far only giving up 3 points. And here we are again to a third down moment here for Mahomes.
He ran the third down back, and timeout is taken by Las Vegas.
Calls their first timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
And the first timeout called by the Raiders head coach.
Red zone territory.
So 3rd and 4. Mahomes hit as he throws.
Touchdown! Yeah.
Concern with that left tackle, as he gets hit, he's able to make that throw almost against his body, and look at the location of that football, and a heck of a job on the back end by Watson trying to
Regular season touchdown passes for that man, eclipsing the mark held by Len Dawson. Mahomes and the Chiefs.
What did you say his face was as the Raiders were moving the ball? He just kind of over there. Just,
tribute to Len, the great Len Dawson, quarterback for this team back in the first Super Bowl, probably 1966 season. With Mahomes, you can just get the feeling, whatever it is, wherever we are. I mean, this year in particular, but 5 games have gone down the last play.
Last play. 8 one-possession games. Look at that, almost like against his body, and look at the location. And again, Jones plays that football. He didn't give up on it. Watson deserves, again, a lot of credit for being able to hold on to that football there, because he got that right hand in there to separate. Antonio Pierce called that timeout with the understanding they still have a 2-minute warning, still have 2 timeouts, trying to get in the field goal range, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Well, at the goal line by Lowry, and he'll bring it back out to the 19-yard line. We'll start from there.
And see, that stuff like that, we ask about what makes him so great. That's it. On the sideline after a touchdown, talking to the linemen, talking to the receivers, talking to the backs. I mean, that's kind of that secret sauce. It's not just the execution on the field we all marvel at. It's what he does in the locker room, what he does on the sidelines, how he communicates. Matt Nagy there with him. They never stop. It's never enough with him.
It's the all-time love affair in this town, too. I mean, it's so great in the community on every level as the Raiders now try to cut into the lead before halftime. To the 35-yard line goes McCormick, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Raiders still have 2 timeouts, 2 minutes to the half.
We reached the 2-minute warning.
Aerial coverage is presented by Royal Caribbean. Out of Arrowhead Stadium, opened back in 1972. Chiefs on top by a score of 10-3. It'll be first down for the Raiders from the 35-yard line. O'Connell 8 of 11 for 108 yards. Tucker. Tucker diving. And has the first down.
Yeah, they've been running the football between the tackles. We talked about how that's one of the changes with Scott Turner, getting the ball downhill. And I'll tell you this, McCormick is doing a heck of a job when he's been in there, giving them some physical running. But that time when you can run inside, you start to lull that defense into thinking it's more in the interior, and then you can get that jet sweep going around the edge there.
So the worst rushing team in the league has 57 yards on the ground, averaging 5.7 per carry. O'Connell down the left sideline, that's broken up. Intended there for DJ Turner, will be second down. You know, something interesting, if we look at some of these numbers, 57 yards on the ground for Las Vegas, 10 for Kansas City. Meanwhile, there they are, trying to work off the tryptophan hangover. Our gang there. Yes, I know, Richard. I got you, baby. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. State Farm halftime show coming up. Second and 10. On the ground, looking for room, finds none. Sincere McCormick, third down. And timeout taken here.
Just because, you know, people get analytics and the numbers and the stats. It's like, you know, you think about this team, you said they're dead last in the NFL, you have to run the football. Mahomes has 10 yards rushing. It's the fewest yards rushing in his era.
Back to 30.
Y'all see this? Patrick Mahomes is saying goodbye. People was tripping.
Where are you going?
He was actually saying goodbye to his old phone.
Such a interesting guy to talk to, and he always tells us, you know, on third down, how about that get off? Because I try to almost find the victim. Like, who am I feeling? Who, based on my film study, who do I want to go after on third down? Here he goes after the rookie, the right tackle, DJ Glaze, gets him off balance, gets him leaning, and wins off that right edge. And again, the quarterback that time, I think he's surprised by how quickly Big 95 got to him.
And the snap didn't help either. Off to the right. Cole to punt. Hardman sets up at his own 10. Angle kick toward the near side and will go out of bounds, and they will mark that one somewhere.
Looks like it's going to be a hold against the
16-yard line, or the 15-yard line. And a flag is down on the play as well.
It's an illegal formation.
Las Vegas, number 34.
Yeah.
So exactly 1 minute to go. Mahomes might have a calendar. He's got that much time.
10-3. You'll ever.
Next week on Thursday night football, as good as it gets.
Yeah, that's a great wait. Both those teams yesterday dominant.
So coming up in 6 nights. We start at week 14. Meanwhile, Mahomes, a minute to go. It's smothered here, so pressure put on.
They brought it.
Whistled that second down.
Yeah, they brought everybody that time. Rolled the dice on 1st and 10. I think they're a little bit frustrated that last drive, seeing Mahomes had so much time to throw the football. And this time they dial it up, get to him, get him behind the sticks, and I think they're going to be comfortable just working this after that play. They're comfortable just killing the clock here.
Second and 15, yeah, they're going to have one timeout. They're in no hurry here. Mahomes Jones. Little shoulder shake. And the pass wide open. Hopkins to the 50-yard line. And now they'll take their time. I was a little surprised because, I mean, this team, doesn't matter where they are, I mean, whatever and whatever, in terms of down and distance, let the clock run, but now they stop it with 18.
Just a slow reaction. You won't see it here, but it's just a slow reaction from the safety. He needs to be coming over there to help Jack Jones out. Now you see him 20, but Jones jumps on it. Look at the top. See that big hole there between the corner and the safety? The safety's so slow in getting over. I think his eyes were in the backfield just kind of staring at Mahomes and waiting to make a decision, but he waits until the ball's in the air, and by then it's just too late.
Now there's Wright, who was picked up off the street last week. You got one timeout, you got a first down at the 50. You got Gray coming in motion to the inside. Mahomes with a deep drop, surveying, fires over the middle, and that's caught at the 40-yard line by Noah Gray. Now they got to get up there in a hurry because, meanwhile, they got a penalty here. What do you got here?
Max Crosby just got a nine. You talk about what he has to deal with. Triple team on that play.
Well, she got a whistle. You got no time. I said, couldn't have taken a timeout. Got a conversation going on here.
Be quiet.
Tell us. Be quiet. It's great.
Hush.
Yeah. Tell me. Terry's looking on from Stanford quizzically.
Well, you had two different calls. One guy saying incomplete, the other guy saying catch.
Okay, here we go.
After an expedited review, it was a catch. He was down by contact with 14 seconds. By rule, this does require a 10-second runoff. Please set the game clock to 4 seconds. 4 seconds on the game clock, please. 4 seconds.
If that's an expedited review, I'm an astronaut.
The replay came in and reverse had to be able to make that a catch for the Chiefs. Mahomes just going to kill the clock here.
And then set up a field goal attempt. Crowd is befuddled as well.
Reverses it to a running clock, and that's why the 10-second runoff.
So now you've got a 59-yard field goal.
Welcome in, kid. Here you go.
Here you go, Matthew Wright, who's been around for 6 years. He is signed on practice squads or rosters 15 different times, and this kick is...
That's not going to do it.
It's going to be run back from the end zone, but not...
That shoulder, and then gets out into... The ball has come out really, really strong, and you know, I don't think the ball slipped out of there. I don't think he... with his arm, you know, and they knew coming in tonight that he gave him a chance, you know, from where they've been with Gardner Minshew because of how decisive he can be. We'll see if he can do that here in the second half.
And he's only utilized 2 receivers. Myers has got 5, and Bowers has got the other 3. Kick will come down to the 3-yard line. Turner stepped in front of his mate back there and gets spilled up at the 20.
Well, I think the one question we came in this week was Aiden O'Connell coming off the thumb surgery on his throwing hand. How would it hold up? And I don't think there's been an issue at all. The ball has come out clean. The biggest issue is being able to slow down Chris Jones, but that right thumb looks good. The ball has come out really, really strong. And you know, I don't think the ball slipped out of there. I don't think he's had any issues with his grip. Again, I think right now he's focused on trying to slow down that pass rush and continue to give him time to be able to make throws and find Myers and Brock Bowers.
From the 25 on this cloudless 37-degree afternoon, play action, good protection, pass is incomplete. Turner in the area, and Myers cutting across, second down and 10.
Should mention it, if you're a Chiefs fan, Najee Johnson, 13, who's been out there playing a lot this year, he got beat early in this game. And, Spags is trying to figure out the back end. They still have Jalen Watson out with an injury, hope to get him back maybe in the postseason. And they put Joshua Williams, too, in for Najee Johnson. And so he's been in the majority of the game. You can see 13, he's healthy. But he is, for now, on the bench and has been for most of this game.
Second and 10, little toss back here on the ground, and picking up a first down, a gain of 11 is Abdullah. So again, the team that is worst in the league in rushing, just about with their per-game average already right now.
Yeah, they are mixing up their looks. Antonio Pierce has to be very proud of what Scott Turner and North Turner are doing. A lot of interior run. This time they get Abdullah outside where he's got some quickness and good blocking that time on the edge to get him downhill.
Watch it.
Sliding left, throwing in that direction, incomplete. Coverage is good right there. You got Justin Reed taking care of Brock Bowers. It'll be second down and 10.
Justin Reed knocked Jacoby Myers out. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Watch 16 here on his route. He ends up getting flattened right there. And now look at Reed in coverage on Bowers. I mean, what a job there by the veteran. Takes one guy out by just throwing that shoulder, and then gets out into coverage and takes the rookie out. 2 for 1 there for the safety.
A double duty for him. Reed, 7th year in the league, came over a couple of years ago from the Texans. Turn and a man in motion, coming back the other way. He takes the pass. Down the sideline he goes. Into Kansas City territory. All the way to the 39-yard line goes DJ Turner.
This is all on the quarterback because he saw that Spags loves to overload and bring extra pressure. Once you recognize it, just get the ball out. Does a good job. There's a free man. He's got to account for him. Get the ball out to the outside to Turner. And now it's just one-on-one out there. Make one man miss, and there's no one left. Great job there by Aiden O'Connell, recognizing the pressure and getting the ball out quickly to Turner.
25 yards for a guy who scored a touchdown in the 27-20 loss back in Vegas earlier this season. Keeping on the ground, spinning around. Abdullah picks up about 4. Nick Bolton in on the stop.
Think about playing in this division of the AFC West. Where you got Herbert with the Chargers, obviously Mahomes, what Bo Nix is doing right now as a rookie with Sean Payton. If you're going to compete in this division, and everybody needs a quarterback. When you turn on these games in the NFL, you can see right away who has a chance and who doesn't. If you don't have a quarterback, you got no shot. Aiden O'Connell just gives this offense, in my opinion, a different feel with him out there in command.
There was a walk-on at Purdue and wound up spending 6 years in West Lafayette. As time goes deep, and it's incomplete. A lot of red shirts around number 16, Jacoby Myers. Third down.
What a play. We just talked about how Joshua Williams is in for Najee Johnson. Myers works over from the left all the way across, but the guy who ends up separating him is the corner. See, right there, too. Came out of nowhere. He was, see right here? He's in position, playing match coverage. He gives up on one receiver who leaves his area and then finds Jacoby Myers coming over from the other side. Really good vision that time by Joshua Williams.
Third down, 5. Run it. And pick up the first. Abdullah.
What a call. What a call. Jordan Meredith, Colton Miller, the left side, they get a double team. And I don't think the Chiefs were expecting this at all. The only guy there is the middle linebacker, Nick Bolton. Watch the left side, 74-61. They get Bolton right there, and that's really the main block they had to make. Once they secured the linebacker, you see they double teamed him. That's just That's a heck of a call. They come up short. I thought they picked that up easily.
Yeah, I did too. And look, you see Pierce go, oh, come on, man. He got it. But now it's 4th down. 4th and 1. And
Did not get it. Yeah.
close enough to call for a challenge. The first one.
I thought that at the very least they would take a look at that.
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce had that look of anguish, like you said, you got to be kidding me. And then you get into an obvious short yardage situation with Chris Jones and company in there.
Turn it over on downs. 10-3 Kansas City early in the third. For over 120 yards.
So when you have safeties again that are going to sit back, there's going to be a lot of space. And these tight ends are as good as anybody at feeling the space. Noah Gray again learned from the best in Kelsey. They know where that void is. That time he just sits in it. And Mahomes always going to find you when you sit in that soft spot in that zone.
First down, Pacheco is the running back. Isaiah. They call. There he goes. Inside the 30. Pushed out of bounds. Inside the 20-yard line. He's back.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yep. And that's the difference with this offense. What blocking in the interior with Tooney and Humphrey and Trey Smith climbing up to that next level. Watch the three here be able to get these blocks and how different that is when you can get a hat on a hat and then you have 10 back there. Nothing against Kareem Hunt, but he is more of a thumper. This guy brings that explosive nature to this offense and complements everything that Mahomes in his passing game can do.
34 yards. It's 34 of their 44 total in the game to this point. Again, Pacheco, a broken pivotal week 2, and then the men couldn't wait to get back, and here he is.
I don't know if he's on a pitch count or what it might be, going to ease him back in. He has such an important part of this offense in their stretch run the rest of December into January. If they're going to make a run, they need him healthy.
A little late round 5. Pacheco, 7th round pick out of Rutgers in 22. 2nd and 9. Mahomes.
Looks like it's going to be a hold to get the Chiefs. Uh-oh!
And secures it back at the 35-yard line. Chased by Crosby. See about the call here. Going to go against Kansas City.
Legal formation. Offense, number 74 was in the backfield. Penalties decline. 3rd down.
Decline of Crosby. It's a 21-yard loss.
This gets called on Taylor as much as anybody in the NFL. I mean, you could call it the Taylor rule. The right tackle who's setting up a little bit too deep because of Crosby, the respect he has for Crosby as a pass rusher. How quick is he, by the way? This is the look. You see it called all over the NFL. It's been emphasized more this year. You're wondering why it's an illegal formation. It's because that tackle is off the line of scrimmage that far. That's where you got to be for it to be a legal formation.
You mentioned Taylor here. Well, never mind. 3rd and 30. Pass is caught along the sideline. And inside the 25 goes DeAndre Hopkins. So in comes the field goal unit.
And that goes back to Andy Reid's comments to Kaylee about how we're digging ourselves holes, whether it's sacks or penalties. That's about the one area that's been able to slow this Chiefs offense down is just getting themselves way behind the sticks.
So to the 42-yard line.
42-yard attempt.
To the 32-yard line, a 42-yard attempt here for the just signed Matthew Wright. Again, Butker out. Schrader kicked last week. He got hurt. He's out. Wright comes off the street. And
He made the field goal. Yes.
42-yard field goal with 8:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Kansas City is now up 13.
Another injury timeout.
Chris Jones has a game record.
Last play gaining 11 to the 41. Toss back here. Nick Bolton making the tackle.
You're going to love this, Al. First, he's got to be able to outrun the center, the rookie who's trying to climb up to get to him. How he gets away from the center. Does that. Now he's going to take on the puller, pushes him back, and then makes the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. So both rookies learned a lesson there against one of the more seasoned veteran middle linebackers. The center trying to climb to him, and then that right tackle just could not handle his power when he came through there on that pull.
2nd and 9. Flip it back here and buried. McCormick taken down and jawing along the way.
That's at least the last play they tried to block him, and this time they didn't block him. I mean, last time they had 2 guys on him. This time nobody. So you set the edge with Williams, and then you let the big fella 32 Bolton clean it up. Back-to-back plays by the middle linebacker, the leader of this defense.
3rd and 10.
Jones up here on that edge again.
3 receivers. Set to the right.
Oh, he did. He jumped offside.
It looked like Kansas City was offside.
It's Jones.
Offside. Defense number 95.
Indeed.
3-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
All right, so 3rd down and 5 now.
They're trying to use that wisdom and just trying to guess that snap count. It misses it just by about a half a beat. So 3rd and 10 to now 3rd and 5 for O'Donnell. For O'Connell.
6.5 to the 3rd, 10-point game. Going deep. And can he one-hand it? With a flag thrown in the
Not pass interference.
pulling it in. I mean, a one-handed catch has become like every week, every game.
Watch the end of this now. It almost looks like he's trying to catch an egg. Like, everybody's throwing eggs back and forth to each other. He just kind of soft, just kind of takes the air off of the ball and just brings it in. And it does get the left hand in there to be able to help him out. Remember, this guy's a tight end. A tight end with the skill set of a wide receiver to flex him out. That's 3rd down and 5. You get it matched up out there against the corner, and you take that shot. Good job of recognizing the matchup, and he hits it.
29 yards. In business at the 25-yard line. Over the right side, gain of a couple. First one stopping Abdul on that play.
They missed the field goal plus territory. They had turnover on downs. Yeah, they could be much closer in this football game. Down 10, under 6 minutes to go now in this game. This is a drive they've got to find a way to finish.
Big drive. 79 receptions. Only Odell Beckham had more receptions, 91 through his first 12 games in the history of the NFL. This guy's like Kelsey 2.0. He's the next Kelsey. 2nd and 7. Connell fires and the try drop incomplete. Try to get that one to Bowers. You got Tranquil covering on the play. 3rd and 7 upcoming.
What a matchup that is between Tranquil and Bowers. Yeah, he's locking in right now on this guy. That ball got out early, so early. I think it's Charlie Bowers that snuck up on him. That was tight coverage by Tranquil, the linebacker. They put him out there again, off to the right. See if his safety helps out.
Rush 4. Connell chase. Look out from behind. Down he goes. Last thing they needed. A big sack. Carl
gets the sack, but it's really the coverage. He eventually does a good job with that relentless attitude. We want to see how is he going to find a way to get the ball to Bowers. Instead of worrying about 22, how about 20 Reed jams him? He's just trying to disrupt that timing, and he was looking at him to throw the football, but because he jammed him, it disrupted timing.
55-yard attack for Carlson. This one earlier. 45. This one is no good. Two, still down by 10 after a good drive comes up very empty. Recording.
Season Vince Lombardi, 60. Then 8 Super Bowl champions have gone back-to-back, but none of them even returned to the ultimate game. And guys, if the Chiefs secure home field advantage, Arrowhead could be frigid for anyone who enters.
Oh, you would know better than anybody, right?
Sure would.
That crazy wild card game against Miami last year. Kaylee working the sidelines. Meanwhile, the passer was dropped by Noah Gray. 2nd and 10. Yeah, people forget with the rule put in a couple of years ago, only one team, when they went to 7 teams in the playoffs from each conference, only one team gets a bye. Everybody else would have to win 4, including the Super Bowl, to lift the Lombardi.
Yeah, and in this AFC, I mean, you feel like it's going to go down in the final week or two, right? I mean, Pittsburgh potentially out there, Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore. And it's going to be a great race to the end.
2nd and 10. Quick pass, and that's not pulled in. So strangely enough, Gray and Kelsey, and neither could hold on.
Yeah, that time they brought a blitz right off of Kelsey, and a quick throw, an easy throw, once he's able to recognize that by Patrick Mahomes. But you're right, not used to seeing this. Noah Gray on 1st and 10. This time Kelsey is starting it. It just goes to show you, as good as he is, best in the business, just starts to look a little bit early there on that 2nd and 10.
We're losing it, let's face it. 3rd and 10. Mahomes deep down the left sideline, and is it holding? Hopkins, yes it is. DeAndre Hopkins, what a pickup. Tremendous career in his 12th year. Look as good as ever.
And watch the out and up and in the late hands against the rookie Richardson. Richardson never realized that the ball was as close to him because D-Hop didn't even sell it to let him know the ball was coming. So the late hands there, what a job by the veteran on the route, and then the catch there on that big 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 for 31 yards. To 24. Mahomes, that's incomplete. Check it out.
Patrick Mahomes has had some typical Patrick Mahomes moments tonight in his football game. Avoiding the pressure, Crosby there at the end, still able to throw accurately and finding Kelsey. Here, a little pump and go. About 14, 15 seconds in the first half. Jones with his eyes in the backfield. Here's the no look. Tongue out. Touchdown pass here. Look at the location of that football. Somehow has enough on it as he's being hit to deliver that touchdown to Watson.
What do you think of when you think of the tongue out?
Not one guy.
Yes, 23 to the Chicago Bulls. That pass is going down for it. No, it's no good. Xavier Worthy, short house. 3rd down and 10.
Now, he plays his best in the critical moments, meaning 3rd down, completing 70% of his passes this year with 9 touchdowns, only 1 interception. 4th quarter, same thing, 70%. So here we are to the red zone. They're going to take looks like they're going to take a peek. It's the crowd is saying it's definitely a catch. Does Worthy get his hands underneath? Yeah, that ball never hit the ground. That's definitely a catch.
Assistance, we're getting the catch on the field at the 17-yard line. 17-yard line.
How great is a replay system?
It's good when it works, and it has right here. You have to like when it's expedited, for sure, you know. Instead of screwing around for 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was a quick one. And a big difference between 3rd and 10 and now 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3.
So 3rd and 3 now at the 17. Pacheco. Running back. Stays in the block. Mahomes under pressure. Overshoots his man. He had Kelsey.
Again, they brought the house. They keep mixing these looks in, going cover zero, meaning everybody's on an island. You don't have any safety support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everybody up. Mahomes has what he wants with Kelsey isolated in a one-on-one matchup. Just not able to hit him here for this touchdown pass against Holmes.
The 35-yard attempt.
Boy, that is a mismatch. But he didn't quite have enough time to deliver.
Yeah, that's stop the presses stuff for those two guys. Right now for the 35-yard attempt.
Need the field goal. Yes.
So with 3:11 to play now in the third, Kansas City up.
Amazon Black Friday week is here. With new deals added every day. Shop great deals all week on Amazon.
Came out, we look at week 14, said that should be a good one. Packers-Lions, turns out it's a great one. Green Bay at Detroit next Thursday night. Hang with us. Meanwhile, Mahomes, take a look at this. A little friendly fire at the end of that last play.
Yeah, he was slow to get up. Went back and looked at it during the break. You see right here, one of his linemen, one of the big fellas there.
Fielded at the 6-yard line by Abdullah. Running this way. And Abdullah will take the ball inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Amir Abdullah finally chased down by Shamari Connor. So ever a good run back was needed. This was the point.
Yeah, and really, Amir Abdullah throughout his career, whether it's special teams, being a third down back, that's what his calling card has been with the two starting backs out. He's had to be the guy, but look at that move, that initial move to get him started. Then he hits that crease. Great blocking, and then it's a foot race. Eventually, Connor's able to chase him down, but what a big return here for the Raiders, and like you said, Al, at a critical time here to get them back into this game. See if they can take advantage of the opportunity.
69 yards. McCormick is the running back from the 26. The Raiders have had a couple of good drives, but have come up empty. Back to back. McCormick picks up 2.
And they've had a missed field goal, turnover on downs, and another missed field goal. So plenty of opportunities. They just can't cash in. And see what the approach is here with Scott Turner and how they're going to try to come up with a way to they're going to have to make a play through the air. They're going to protect the quarterback, and it's either going to be Bowers or Myers is going to have to, whether it's zone, settling in that soft spot, or being able to win in man coverage.
McCollum's completed 11 passes, 5 to Myers, 5 to Bowers, 1 to Turner. Empties the backfield. Go 5 wide. 2nd and 7. Under pressure. Flag. Looking to get out of bounds, and he does just at around the first down marker with a flag.
It's going to be a holding call.
Yeah, as it normally is in that situation.
Yep.
That means to roll away. Flag comes in.
Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Colton Miller, the left tackle.
Monahu, it's great to see back. By the way, we haven't talked much about him tonight. Charles Monahu had the ACL in the AFC Championship game. Has worked so hard to come back, applying the pressure this time. And Miller, Monahu there to the inside. You can see that hold there with the right arm up around his neck.
So 2nd and 17, 2 minutes left in the third. Stepping up, going deep, has a man, caught, into touchdown, Brock Bowers. he's proving it.
He sure is. Again, this kid's been like this. He hasn't changed a bit since he was a true freshman. Body size. Remember we talked about disrupting him at the line of scrimmage? They didn't do it here. Connor, who is in his second year out of Virginia Tech, that is a tough matchup for him. At his size, really known more for being in the box, being a physical safety. Here he's getting isolated against the big tight end, one-on-one without much help. And what a job by O'Connell climbing that pocket to buy time and putting the ball right on the money for that touchdown.
Carlson for the extra point. Minute 40 to go. A lot of people thought this would be a runaway. The Chiefs theme song should be window start. It don't come easy.
Next week, the Green Bay Packers face the Detroit Lions as Thursday Night Football is on. Next week at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime.
What's crippling? It's your boy Big Snoop Deal Double G. Join me after the game for Amazon Music Live. I know you will. Ow! What's cracking, guy?
My man Snoop. He is a dog and a half. Steve Jackson how to put it. After the game. Snoop, Amazon Music Live. When the game ends live, the music begins. On this Black Friday, sun going down. Kansas City, Missouri. Temperature is 36 degrees. And a 6-point game. To the 30 and to Kim.
Guys, we didn't see Patrick Mahomes getting any medical attention after he walked off the field scrunching that left fist. As he studied the tablet on the sidelines, he was massaging his own hand. He then stood up, took a couple of practice throws, and as he handled the ball with his left and then threw with the right, you didn't see any irritation, it seemed, and there he is, taking a look at it.
Well, take a look, keep a close eye on him from the 30-yard line as he starts to stride with a handoff. And about a 4-yard pickup for Kareem Hunt.
The Chiefs had that big run by Pacheco for 34 yards, but outside of that, 9 carries, 11 yards. So the Raiders have done a pretty good job outside of the big run of containing that run game. And Kelsey also, big first quarter, 56 yards in the first quarter alone. Patrick Graham has done a good job of putting the clamps down. Since that first quarter, only 7 yards. But we're getting close to the fourth quarter, which is when Mahomes and Kelsey usually take over.
A minute left in this quarter. A little jump pass, but nothing happening there. That serve had been incomplete. Kareem Hunt tackled there by Max Crosby. Lost a 6 on the play.
You saw Patrick Graham, and he keeps dialing up different looks for this offensive line. They keep attacking that left side. Morris is struggling in protection, whether it's just one-on-one or bringing a little bit of pressure off the edge. Merrick that time came off that nickel spot. So it's not just confusing Mahomes, it's confusing the line.
Now with a 3rd and 11. Waiting seconds of the quarter. Deep drop, under pressure, avoids the sack, throws off balance, dropped. He had it, it was dropped. He had Max Crosby chasing him. The first down, extended the play, pass was dropped by Hopkins.
How about Crosby? Well, you're going to love this. Crosby gets to him, works around and pushes around Taylor, good coverage. How does he look? Look at him, he's climbing around at his ankles, somehow locates Hopkins and makes this throw right on the money, and he's just not able to hold on to it.
So the Raiders get exactly what they had hoped for, a 3 and out. Kick, fielded at the 20-yard line. Abdullah brings it back to about the 31 with 5 seconds to play in the quarter. Rise at that time with a punt. After the drop pass, the punt was 52 yards, and there's Max.
He wanted that
frustration. Oh, yeah.
He wanted that sack. There's Bowers. Just worth reminding people, we've said it a bunch, let's just continuing to remind people that This Chiefs team has been so close. 8 times, 1 possession games. 5 they've won in the last play of the game. It was Aiden O'Connell. Outside the numbers. Between the numbers, much better going to the outside. That's our next gen stats powered by AWS.
So from the 31-yard line, this drive starts on the ground, slipping to the outside, trying to get around the corner. And he does. Nice game. Sincere.
And that's the other quarter number 3.
Really hard time starting the fourth. O'Connell deep down the sideline, getting free. And to the end zone, Trey Tucker. Holy mac. Whoa. The Oakland Raiders, now known as the Las Vegas Raiders, but this is a blast from the past. Like Stabler to Branch. What is going on here? 58 yards.
What a ball off hand by Aiden O'Connell. They keep talking about him and what he's doing, facing some pressure, but he's getting the ball out and he's giving these receivers a chance. And you're going to have to recognize Scott and Norv Turner for this play call and the motion and how that motion impacted in creating this matchup.
And Steve Spagnuolo stunned as Tucker got free. 58 yards, crossing to try to give the Raiders the lead. And my man, the shades of the Oakland Raiders right there. I'm thinking, Sable, the Brett, you name it.
Yeah.
Bucket, LaMonica, the whole thing. What's going on here?
Now look at the motion with Tucker. Look at how Kansas City reacts. That reaction is critical because now you have a speedster against the safety. So great ball. But a great job by Scott Turner moving Tucker over. The adjustment by the Chiefs, you can see the communication in the back end, was to move Reed over. It's exactly what the Raiders wanted. That's the matchup they wanted. And what a job here with the speed by Tucker. He's an undersized guy at 5'9". A lot of times these vertical threats, they're tall, they're longer. This guy's a little shorter, but has that natural feel downfield. And O'Connell's got to feel so good with how he has battled back in his football game to give the Raiders the lead. But again, Scott Turner, Norv Turner, what a call to get him isolated, to give O'Connell a chance to make that throw. What a game.
Well, really, a coming of age. They were the Turner father and son. It's almost a coming of age game here for O'Connell. I mean, if he becomes the guy down the line, you'll look back to this day.
The most important thing is you look into the eyes there of one of the better players in the NFL. This team's 2-9. 2-9. They've lost 7 in a row. Antonio Pierce said how much he's been impressed with their attitude and how they still want to compete. They still show up to practice. Sometimes we love Antonio. I mean, we love Antonio. But you wonder, is that just coach talk or not? It's not. This team has showed up to battle today, and they got a lead here late.
I'll tell you what's jump caught. People talk about tanking. What? I don't understand. What are you talking about? Like players are not playing their best and to what? Get a better draft choice so they can lose their job?
What do you tell me? Don't listen to all the...
I'm with you, man.
Let's just enjoy the game.
Right. Of course, the hell out of everything. Mahomes back to pass. Under pressure. And the take off and get taken down from behind hard by Adam Butler.
This is what you gotta love, right? When he's doing pump fakes, he's 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, and the guys fall for it. I mean, that's a point guard, right? Watch Merrick 7. He crosses the line. Here's safety. Jumps up into the air. He gets a few more yards. Again, this is where Patrick Mahomes is at his best. Everybody's like, oh no, what's happening? The Raiders have the lead. He's done it throughout his career, and he's especially done it this year. When the game's on the line, he finds a way to win a football game.
Week after week after week. Pass is scored a little shy of the first down. The tackle is made unworthy by Diablo. So it'll be 3rd down and 1, a minute in to the 4th quarter.
Max Crosby and Patrick Mahomes love to compete against each other. This 4th quarter is going to be it's not just about 2 and 9, it's 10 and 1. It's just two guys and two teams going at it.
Third and 1. Kelsey taken down. He has the first down though to the 41-yard line. They're not shopping all day, and you just tuned in. No, that's not a typo. Raiders are up front in the fourth quarter.
And to think they've had other opportunities for points. They came away with a couple of missed field goals, a turnover on downs. And instead of going away, they just kind of kept battling. I think the kickoff return kind of was that turning point. And the fact that they were able to finish with Aiden O'Connell finding an opportunity to throw that touchdown pass to Brock Bowers. It was like a turning point, those sequence of plays.
69-yard KOR. Mahomes pressured. Tennessee throws, passes incomplete. Crosby coming in that time. Busted up.
And the scary thing for the Chiefs when they get into these situations is the edge of Taylor on the right and Morris on the left, and giving Mahomes enough time. Because when they get into obvious passing situations against a guy like Max Crosby, he knows you're throwing. You get a little chip there from the back, and he still is able to beat Taylor to get to Mahomes.
Mahomes rolling, signaling, throwing short. Tom wants a flag, and they get one.
What?
Chip there from the back, and he still is able to beat Taylor to get to Mahomes.
Mahomes rolling, signaling, throwing short.
Interference, yes.
Once again, they try to move the launch point, get away. Let's run away and get away from the pressure of Crosby. It's a good job of adjusting. You actually see him, Mahomes points to him, says, get upfield, go, and he can't quite get enough on it because of Max Crosby. Look, instead of sitting in that pocket, let's get away from it. It's just relentless with his approach. 98, Max Crosby almost once again gets to him.
That's
offense number 64.
That time it's
penalty, first down.
Juan Yee, the left tackle. Oh man. You know what Hopkins is great at, among other things? He draws defensive penalties. That's 47 in his career. Drawn pass interference penalties.
This little hidden stat there, so invaluable. That was a huge first down to move into the Raiders territory.
After he dropped one the last time they had the ball. First and 15 now. Extra pressure. Thrown out of bounds. Hopkins that time covered very well by Jack Jones. Second and 15.
Remember, Jack Jones had that pick six when they knocked off the Chiefs and had that upset last year, Christmas Day. They needed some things to happen, and they had a couple big turnovers. Jones had that pick six. He's a bit of a guesser. He's holding up on Iman so tonight. They left him out there. He's a very, very talented cover corner.
Yeah, that one loss, 62-1 to the Chargers back in 2018. Second and 15.
Looks like it's going to be a hold against the Chiefs. It's an illegal formation against the Chiefs.
Illegal formation. Offense number 74 was in the backfield. Penalties decline. Third down.
So third down and 15 now.
Correction. Las Vegas has decided to enforce the penalty. 5 yards. Second down.
All right. A lot of changes of mind today, huh?
Yeah. He's not on the line of scrimmage once again. Second time it's been an issue, and again, he's just trying to cheat as much as he can to help himself with getting depth, getting back to help in that pass protection set that he's in against Crosby.
So they make it 2nd and 20 instead of 3rd and 15. Mahomes throws, and that's Hopkins, and he takes the ball inside the 25-yard line. And that'll make it 3rd down, and let's call it 5.
See this, to me, you get this kind of cushion. You work across. I thought you might see that robber that's sitting in the middle of that defense help out, but instead he lets him go. He works across there against Jones. Even though Jones has great speed, he gives him that cushion, and Hopkins able to take advantage of that.
T-Ron, the 3rd down back is in. Watson in motion. Mahomes throws. Caught. Worthy. Inside the 10. Worthy out of bounds at about the 6.
Juju Smith-Schuster creates a nice screen for him to get underneath. Watch 9 go up against 18, who's in man coverage. He creates that. Now Jones is behind. He's actually looking across the field for some help. But that was a very good job there of the bigger receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster, at 215 pounds, setting that screen there, that rub at the beginning of the line of scrimmage.
So from 2nd and 20 to 1st and goal, bang, bang. Worthy is in the backfield. We fake to him, then a little shovel pass for a gain of a couple to Gray. 2nd down and goal from the 4.
The Raiders ready for it that time. I've seen that play over the years, spring open for Travis Kelce. This time they try to get it to Gray with Worthy in the backfield. I almost feel like Worthy in the backfield may be a bit of an indicator for the Raiders to look for that shovel pass. They were ready for it.
Spot with the 5. 2nd goal. Kareem Hunt is the running back. Fake to him. To the end zone. No. Too high. Hopkins on the chalk anyway. 3rd down and goal.
What a fun catch with those huge hands. Just a one-hand bang. Holds on to it, but no chance with the feet getting down. He has some of the largest hands of any receiver in the NFL. Able to just palm that with his fingertips. Look at that. That's a fingertip catch.
3rd and goal.
Sacked, and they're going to go for the field goal.
Chason is having a career night against Wanye Morris at the left tackle spot. He has struggled all year. It's not a newsflash, but this is a newsflash. With the hands, again, uses those hands and that jump to almost accelerate around him. He's done this same move up and around this entire game. You would think they'd use a tight end, anything on 3rd down to help Morris on that left side.
Right, to try to retake the lead, which he does.
Made the field goal, yes.
Kansas City, 9:50 to go in regulation.
Oh, skip.
You answer.
You were the Chiefs and it was the party.
Wait, go back. I want to see it.
You can well understand it with what this team has been over the past several years.
Looks like it's going to be a hold against the Raiders.
Robbie with a flag down. And for an extended sidebar. Breath, we wait the announcement.
During the return, illegal block in the back.
Yes!
Team number 88. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Meanwhile, take a look right now at the AFC playoff picture. Again, one team gets the bye right now.
Bills are kicking the butt, so is the Steelers.
Pittsburgh, you've got Houston leading each of the divisions. You got Baltimore, the Chargers, and Denver. Right now would be the wild cards. Miami, Indianapolis, and the Bengals, as they say, in the hunt.
Get ready for Joe Burrow and those Bengals to get hot. Look out. I'm telling you.
We're marking that down right now. 13-yard line. Raiders begin this drive. On the ground. Nice run. Pickup of 9. McCormick tackled by Jones.
What a job this guy is doing again. Think about this. Practice squad, 23. Practice squad, most of 24. IR, 22 as a rookie. Came out of UTSA. He's running like this is the opportunity of a lifetime because it is. They're now over 100 yards rushing on the night. They're dead last in the NFL. The Lions doing their job, and the backs are getting upfield in a hurry tonight.
Yeah, they've outrushed Kansas City by a 2-to-1 ratio. Second and short. First down. And a few more. Before Sincere McCormick is taken down by Chanel. First down.
And again, it's just so important to be able to help this offensive line out. Look at him. He's doing the Zeke Elliott. Just keep feeding me. Guy's feeling it. Low center of gravity. There's a really talented back, like I said, coming at it out of UTSA. Not heavily looked at as a guy that was going to come in and be a great NFL back. But it's fun to watch guys when they get their opportunity to see what they do with it. And last week, you get a taste of it. More of it this week.
Set up a screen, but no blocking on the front there. Taken down immediately by Justin Reed is McCormick.
Now, we keep showing you Scott Turner, who's the interim OC, his dad, Norv. Talking to Troy Aikman this week, I thought he made a really powerful comment when he talked about Norv Turner being the key to the Cowboys winning those Super Bowls. He said his entire career is indebted to Norv Turner, one of the best offensive minds in NFL history. That's Troy Aikman, one of the best to ever play, giving you an idea of what Norv Turner's meant to the NFL over the years.
Yeah, all you need to know is that he asked Turner to be the guy to induct him into the Hall of Fame.
Pretty powerful.
But a few guys should get it chosen. Second and 12. Connor hanging in, looking, trying to find somebody along the near sideline, and that is Holden by Bowers right there with Tranquil covering on the play. It'll be third down.
You know, it's one thing for this guy to go up and make catches in the end zone, and I'm telling you, he just does everything. We saw him on a jet sweep. Here are the hands, catches the back end of the ball, and the ball may have come through there. Let's see if they take a look at that. But then the footwork to be able to get the feet down. The other thing that's surprising us a little bit is that O'Connell's using his feet to keep some of these plays alive tonight.
Possession. Yep, got that right foot down.
Toe in. Yeah, man. Impressive.
Third down and 9. Brown and throat. Over the middle. The pressure is put on. The pass is incomplete. Gotta get rid of it in a hurry, and it's fourth down.
They're trying to get a one-on-one matchup on that offensive line by bringing the middle linebacker, Nick Bolton, and they did. It was enough for O'Connell to feel that pressure. Karlaftis ends up winning. Like we said, you bring one, you get 5 guys, you get one-on-one matchups. Instead of it being Chris Jones, it's Karlaftis here on that right side of the offensive line that wins.
A.J. Cole, ready for his third punt of the night. Cole, Hardman. Backing up from the 20, fields at the 18, looks for room. Tackled at the 25. 6:46 left in regulation.
Continues to be an issue. Chase on has had a big night on that left side. Max Crosby working against Taylor's had a big night as well. They've affected Mahomes, not even necessarily having to blitz, just being able to get pressure, making him uncomfortable, not just about the sacks. It's gotten so bad they've moved their starting left guard, Tooney, out to left tackle, and Mike Caliendo now, the backup left guard, is in the game. Here at a kind of critical point in this game at 6:46 to go.
Drive starts at the 25-yard line. I would have gone to the Taco Bell and Devontae Adams house had not been traded. Anyway, second down, second and 8.
You know, and again, they've signed DJ Humphries. I think a lot of Chiefs fans are hoping that eventually that becomes their answer at left tackle. But, you know, you think bigger, not just tonight. You think about the playoff run and hopefully for the Chiefs into the Super Bowl. They're going to have to figure things out up front on the edges.
10 sacks in 2 games tells you all you need to know. He almost gets sacked here again. That pass is incomplete. Pressure once more put on. Third down and 8 with 6:08 left in the fourth.
What a night again for Chase Hunt. It's not necessarily the speed. This time he pushes the guard, Tooney, who's playing left tackle, back into the quarterback with power. So he's shown us what he can do by using speed to get around. At the time, Morris, and now the guard's out there, Tooney, and this time he just pushes him back, and that can affect, again, the quarterback. You can see Mahomes not comfortable in that pocket with that pressure.
Third down and 8. Mahomes dumps it off. D-Ride. Tackled at the 32, so they hold, and they get the ball back. Down by 2.
They're able to rush 4 plays zone. That's why you saw those white jerseys after he checked it down to Purine. And it's a beautiful thing when you can pressure with 4 eyes on the quarterback. They check it down, and 3 or 4 different white jerseys are able to run to the football there. Get the ball back to O'Connell. Still a football game here with 5:30 to go.
Matariza to punt. His 4th of the night. Abdullah back in zone 15-yard line. Sky high kick. Fielded by Abdullah. From the 14. Up to the 33. With 5:15 to play in the fourth. We are back in 30 seconds. So the game had started in bright sunshine. Right now, lights full effect. Clock ticking down to the 4-minute mark.
Antonio Pierce has had to turn to a running back off the practice squad, and he has delivered, along with Amir Abdullah, with Alexander Madison, Zamir White out, their top 2 backs. He's impressive. The offensive line's been impressive.
Pressure, gets it away. Caught in the 48-yard line goes Bowers. Bowers now in triple digits. It's 8 catches for him and 102 yards.
Remember, this is a secondary that's still work in progress, trying to find the right combination of players. They've already benched Nazir Johnson. Joshua Williams, too, has stepped in for him. With Jalen Watson down, this is a defense that's still just kind of finding their last couple games. We saw Bryce Young put up big numbers last week for Carolina. Josh Allen 2 weeks ago in Buffalo. And tonight, Aiden Conley looking pretty good.
Play fake, limit pressure, slips away, gets it away. It's caught. You got Bowers again. Picks up the first down, taken out by Nick Bolton. You got to give O'Connell so much credit. This guy, you know, in a perfect scenario, this guy, as you watch the play again, they would have waited maybe another week and Minshew not broken his collarbone last week.
Yeah, but you can just sense being around this team this week. That's just a check down. They lose Bowers. He was in blocking and then just slips out. Great job of seeing him checking it down of all people. Check it down to Bowers. But the kid's playing with poise. Really, look at the confidence in his eyes.
McCormick at the line of scrimmage.
I was going to say, it sure helps to have those confident eyes when you have an offensive line in a running game, something that's been missing for most of the year for the Raiders. They're dead last coming in and running the football. That has not been the story at all. This offensive line has responded to Scott and North Turner's system. More downhill inside between the tackles running. It seems to suit this offensive line.
Second down and 11. 2.5 left.
anticipating the potential of that throw. Yeah, that ball was going around him. What an adjustment by 56 to get around his left hand down on that football.
13 batted passes by Karlaftis since he entered the league third year. Up on that big 3rd and 11. Pressure again. Knocked down again. Tristan Reed comes away with the play. 4th and 11.
I think they were looking to pick up about 7 or 8 yards here, trying to help get into better field goal range, give Carlson a better shot. They had soft coverage. It's there, trying to throw it to Jacoby Myers on a slant. If that ball's not knocked down, there he is right there. He catches that football, would be short for the first down, but would have obviously gotten into field goal range.
No question. So now instead you got Cole, who'll try to pen him deep. Again, the Raiders have all of their timeouts. You have the 2-minute warning.
Timeout. Las Vegas, they're first. 30 seconds.
They think it's, I don't know why. I don't know why. Anyway, we can tell you the NBA coming to Prime with exclusive coverage of more than 60 regular season games. You got the Cup playing, you got the playoff coverage, League Pass, and more. NBA Prime will all start next October.
You and I are thinking the same thing. You got to go for it if you call a timeout.
Yeah, I mean,
They're going to kick a field goal. They're going to kick a field goal here.
Maybe so. Okay, but still, there's a huge timeout.
It is.
If you don't score here.
In pregame, I was standing right next to him, and he was making them from this distance, going in this direction.
All right, no win to speak of. This will be a 58-yard attempt. Carlson to try to give them the lead. Ball puts it down. Carson's kick is up. No good again.
It's blocked, yeah.
He's now missed 3. And they give it back to Kansas City minus 1 timeout that they should have had. And a short field.
I would never sit up here and pretend to know anything about kicking, but it did look awkward after the kick, the follow-through. And again, when you get a long kick like this, you're trying to drive that ball, keep it low, but the follow-through didn't look like his normal follow-through.
And of course, the ultimate downside now, well, the other one is not scoring, when you give Mahomes the ball on his own 48. Now, they can't stop the clock 3 times, twice on timeouts, and once at the 2-minute warning. But more importantly, they've got to stop Kansas City from getting first downs. Pacheco across the 50. They got to win it, get down to the 2-minute warning, and take their timeouts on the other side.
Las Vegas.
Looks like
It's 30 seconds.
Well, now they decide to call it.
Let's take another peek at this kick. Again, he's got the leg strength to make this if he hits it clean. Snaps good, there's the hold. Good. Oh, he hits the ground. See that? That was a great look. He hit the ground. The football loses all the power in that kick.
We had time to take a divot.
Yeah. I know all about that. You know.
Number 76 is an eligible receiver. 76 is eligible.
So it's 2nd down and 5. 1 timeout left.
Look at this. 13 straight wins.
Crazy.
1 possession. Go back and include the postseason.
Right.
Longest in NFL history. The Patriots 03-04.
Including an overtime win in the Super Bowl. All right. Now, the ball taken to the 44 by Pacheco. They're going to take their final timeout here. And it becomes compelling to be able to stop them.
Timeout.
Well,
Las Vegas. It's 30 seconds.
why do we love the NFL? I mean, they should be around. You got about a 12-point favorite, wherever they were coming in. You got to hand it to the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this game ends up, but I just can't say enough about when you watch these NFL games, you see a team that's 2-9, they've lost 7 in a row, quote-unquote, nothing to play for, and these dudes played with everything to play for. They put it all out there. To me, that says a lot about Antonio Pierce. this staff, what they're doing, what they're building, this guy for sure. There's a lot to build on here. So sometimes we see these reactions, get rid of everything, fire everybody when your record's 2-10 or whatever it is. You gotta peel back the layers here. Look at the injuries. Think about Christian Wilkins on this team all year. Marcus Epps, the starting safety.
Can the Raiders stop him here? Mahomes going deep. Incomplete. Worthy, the intended receiver. You got Richardson covering on the play. And that stops the clock with 2:03.
What a gutsy call here. And Mahomes gets hit again as he throws his football by Diablo, who's coming on the pressure. But it's a gutsy call. It's a right call. He has him. It's just not able to be in sync yet with the speedster, the fastest guy to ever run at the combine, a 4.21. He misses him. They kill the clock. And they're going to punt the ball back to the Raiders.
Yeah, you had rookie on rookie there, Richardson. Rookie out of Mississippi State covering Worthy on the place to go get it back.
Timeout, Kansas City.
KC takes their first timeout.
Andy Reid's looking at that play sheet. It's 4th and 2 at the 44-yard line. Mahomes coming over to talk to him. There's Matt Nagy. Got his helmet on. A lot of confidence in Mahomes, obviously. A lot of confidence in his own defense. What an interesting call here.
A fascinating call. But you know, the complete downside, obviously, is Vegas would only need a field goal to win the game. Then if you don't make it, you give them the ball at midfield, so they're going to leave the punt group out there right now. Abdullah back inside his 10, reads it to send it down in his direction. Gets it away. Fair catch is called for. Made at the 8. So can they get into field goal range? With 1:56, this in effect is the 2-minute warning. Kansas City 19, Las Vegas 17. Right down there, it's Michael Mayer. Flag at the line of scrimmage.
I think Chris Jones may have jumped.
Again.
Offside. Defense number 95. He did. 5-yard penalty. It's 1st and 5.
This whole potential drive by the Raiders will all come down to the protection. This secondary, I think, is vulnerable. I think you can throw the football on them. There's a little jump there, just a little early there by Jones. Can they protect O'Connell? Can they give him enough time with Jones or Loftus and company coming after him?
They gain around 55 to 60 yards to give Carlson the confidence to make a field goal. He's missed 3 already today. O'Connell throws over the middle. Caught just shy of the first, and then spinning and picking it up to the 20-yard line. Abdullah, first down.
What a job there, being able to get it away from Nick Bolton. Keep in mind, O'Connell has not played a lot of football with that thumb injury. This is where you hope just the knowledge of the offense allow him to play fast.
90 seconds. Pass caught. Short gain here. That's Mayer making the grab again. The number 2 tight end, Bolton. It's the tackle.
Good job of keeping him in bounds. They're willing to give up the middle of the field and give up the yards as long as they can keep the ball in bounds. No timeouts.
2nd and 5. O'Connell fires. Grant to the 50-yard line. Goes Bowers.
What a move. He's isolated against Reed. A favorable matchup for the Raiders. This kid has wide receiver skill set. Just enough time to be able to make that throw.
Under a minute from the 50. O'Connell fires, and that's going to be caught and taken down at the 40-yard line. Jacoby Myers makes the grab. 45, 44, 43. Getting up to the line.
Look at the poise of O'Connell here. Not panicking at all. Got set, get the play call, get ready to go. Need the field goal.
First down, 34, 33. Pass is caught. Can he get outside? He's inbounds. It's Abdullah, but they're clearly now in field goal range. 24, 23, 22.
This is textbook. Fire this into the ground and kill the clock. This is about as good as it could go for Aiden O'Connell and the Raiders.
With 15 seconds. So Carlson getting loose on the sideline. He made one from 27. He's missed from 56, 55, 58. The 56 was short. The other two were ugly.
Mahomes just wanting to get his hands on the ball, wanting a chance, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to come down to this drive. Cannot say enough about Aiden O'Connell. Guy has not played football with a broken thumb. Has no chance other than to work his mind to stay sharp in this game. It obviously moves his offense into field goal range.
It would be a 50-yard field goal from here. Drops it. Flag is thrown up. Flag will stop it.
Looks like it's going to be a hold against the Raiders if they everything on offense. Then the game is over.
But what is the call?
The center just, he's a rookie. He snapped the football. I don't know what he thought he heard. The Raiders weren't even lined up. It's got to be on the Raiders for not even having a chance to get lined up.
This crap couldn't hurt anyone. Jackson Powers Johnson is the center.
I'm not sure yet. The Raiders didn't have a chance to get set. The ball was snapped.
There was a 2nd and 3.
The clock had stopped by firing it, so there will not be a 10-second runoff. I'm not sure Jackson Powers Johnson what made him think to snap that ball. It just bounced off the chest of O'Connell.
Illegal shift on the offense.
Yes! Yes, we won!
Something made him want to snap this football. O'Connell's not expecting it. He's surveying the defense. There's the ball. It's snapped. The rest of the offensive line surprised as much as anybody. And there's Bolton jumping on top of it.
And the play alive. This is going to clinch a playoff spot for the Chiefs. It's the first turnover of the game for either team. Teams are still out there because the Chiefs, their goal, they're going to have to run. Meanwhile, the conversation continues.
You see that right guard tap, Barnum tapped the center, Jackson Powers Johnson. Usually when you're on the road with silent count, that's to let the center know we're good and we're ready to go. But the quarterback had not notified the offensive line that he was ready. Just not on the same page. I mean, we saw the debacle yesterday with the Bears and Caleb Williams and Eberflus, the end of the game disaster. And as good as that